come and move that in my direction. So thankful for that, it's such a blessing, yeah. Turn every situation into heaven, yeah. Oh, you are my sunrise on the darkest day. Got me feeling some kind of way. Make me wanna savor every moment slowly, slowly. You fit me, tailor-made, love how you put it on. Got the only key, know how to turn it on. The way you nibble on my ear, the only words I wanna hear.
Hey Steve, welcome to Hobby Lover. Anyway, welcome to Hobby Lover's YouTube channel. So welcome to Hobby Lover's YouTube channel. So some of the Blomberg WNF9448 AE20 9kg 400 spin double A class screen plus washing machine, and the Blomberg 8kg double A class screen plus TKF A4 5850 condenser heat pump dry. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, anyway, guys, we're just going to be washing some. We're going to be washing a load of dog beds. So we're going to be doing a load of dog bedding today. And also we've got a load of some dog towels and dog leads we've got to do today, just because we're washing the dog stuff today anyway. So no, guys, we're going to be doing a load of dog beds today in the Blomberg WNF9448 A20 anyway. So anyway, so as you can tell, we've got some dog beds we're going to be washing today anyway. Basically is the grey and black dog bed anyway, by the way. So yeah, it's just going to be washing some dog beds today anyway. So yeah, we're going to be washing a load of dog beds today in the Blomberg WNF9448 A20 anyway. So anyway, I'm going to put that in anyway, obviously because we've got one pair of dog bed, obviously it's because we've got two pairs of dog bed, you see those, because we've got two pairs of dog beds anyway. And also we've got a dog towel as well, as you can see, the towels, as you can tell, the dog towels is a bit muddy though, obviously, just because it needs a good wash, by the way. The dog towel just needs a good wash anyway. So yeah, it just needs a good wash, by the way, dog towel anyway. These ones there, these are dog leads, but this way my mum had to put a band on it though, obviously. So yeah, this one here, this way you put a band on it though. I think these are like something to do with it. I think that's like a packet of something like a, I don't know what that one is though, obviously. I think it's the way you put dog leads in though, I think anyway. By the way though, because my mum's just obviously put a band in there. As you can see here, there's the band is just put in anyway. Just have to put a band in there though, because the dog leads they get quite loud though, obviously. Because when they're tumbled though, because they get quite loud though, obviously dog leads, because just because the dog leads gets quite loud though. But the band on the door glass and then the band on the drum anyway. So yep. So detergent we're going to be using today. We're going to be using the Bold 2-in-1 Touch with Lenore Ocean Flower and Water Lily today. So we're going to be using the Bold 2-in-1 today, obviously. And also we're going to use using up some Vanish Gold Oxy-Action Amazing Stain Removal. We're going to be using today, just because it's all dog beds anyway. So yeah, just because like it's all dog beds anyway. And softener we're going to use today. We're going to be using some Aster Fresh Cotton fabric softener anyway. Also, we're going to be using some Aster Fresh Cotton fabric softener. But this is actually a new version of it anyway. This is the one we just bought from Aster anyway. This is the one we bought from Aster today, though, obviously. But you can see there's the Fresh Cotton one. That's a new one. But the other Fresh Cotton one's just gone, by the way, as you can see anyway. So I'm going to put the detergent in. I'm just going to put the detergent in anyway. As you can see, it's just got a few detergent stuff in it though, obviously. Only got a few bit of stuff detergent anyway, but the one on the softener compartment it needs to clean out for some reason. I've got a feeling the detergent drawer needs to clean out again for some reason. It just needs to probably clean out again, the detergent drawer anyway. I think it's because my mum's been putting too much powder in and stuff and softener anyway. Because I think it's the softener always supposed to the main wash though, obviously anyway. Because the only thing with the detergent drawer, when the fabric softener goes in though, because that only goes in the main wash automatically, obviously, but that's supposed into the main wash, because when you put too much fabric softener in there, that's just supposed in the main wash completely, obviously anyway. So anyway, we're probably going to need a lot of scoop of Bold, obviously. We're going to need a lot of scoop anyway. Just you know, I'm going to need a lot of scoop of Bold. Just going to need a lot of scoop, obviously, just a lot of scoop anyway. Just probably 2 scoops. I'm going to probably have it with a whole scoop anyway. Just was going to have it with a whole scoop of Bold anyway. And then we're going to put up, I think we're going to put 2 scoops of Spanish in. I think we're going to put 2 scoops of it, I think. I usually use 2 scoops of Spanish anyway. So I'm going to use 2 scoops of vanish, I think, for that one. 2 scoops of vanish anyway. Just half of that anyway. Just that's going to be on top of the bulb powder, I think, anyway. Check that bit out anyway. So, and then we're going to put a full cap of, well, we're also going to put a full cap of fabric softener, because I'm going to put a full cap of Asta Fetch Cottons anyway, but because I used to remember spilling last time though, obviously. There we are. It's just 1 cap of Asta Fetch. Oh, that's spilling the main wash this time, looks like. That's just even spilling the main wash this time. I used to remember last time they're spilling the pre-wash though, obviously. Wait, good, that's just spilling the main wash for some reason. That just spilling the main wash though, obviously. That's just spilling the main wash compartment anyway. But don't matter that, we'll just take it anyway. But just like the way it's just the way that when the fabric softener spills into the main wash though, obviously. But that just spilled by the main wash compartment, as you can see there. You can see that just spilled by the main wash anyway. Program we're going to be sticking on is fast load, obviously, just normal cycle we're going to be doing. We're going to do it on fast load 40 anyway. And because it's a full load in there, so we're going to do rinse plus anyway. So I'm going to do rinse plus on that anyway. So I'm going to do rinse plus anyway, obviously. And also we've got a load of as you can see, we've got a load of dark sand towels anyway. As you can see, we've got a load of towels and darks anyway in the Blomberg 8kg AA class Green Plus TKF A4 from AE20 anyway. As you can see, we've got a load of dark sand towels anyway. Which for that program, that's going to go on Cotton's Extra Dry, obviously. But so yeah, I'm not going to use. I think we're not going to use the spin top on this anyway. But I'm going to use the dryness level. I'm going to use high dryness level anyway, just a high heat setting of that anyway. So for the Blomberg WNF9448, that's going to take 43 minutes. And I'm going to start. Believe it or not, guys, it's actually a full load, by the way. Just now you know it's a full load of dog stuff anyway, a load of dog beds and dog towels anyway. Just now you know it's a full load of dog beds and dog bedding and dog towels, obviously, and dog beads, of course, anyway. Because I got a towel in because the dog towels is quite muddy though, obviously. As you can see, it's got mud stuff in it though, obviously. So I'm going to have that with rinse plus maybe because the dog towel is quite muddy though, as you can see, because it's got mud stuff in it though. As you can see, the dog towel is quite dirty though, obviously. Anyway, I think it's because just because I know yesterday we went to the you see a bit yesterday though, anyway, because dog just know because the dog got muddy a bit yesterday though. So anyway. So yeah, so I thought I was going to do some filming with the dog beds and dog towels and dog beads anyway. Because it's slightly new low version of it anyway, so yeah. There you are. You can see I've got a good wall level there though. That's going to fill there, I think. That's probably going to fill there, I think. It's probably going to fill there. There we are. That's in the struggle. I think that's probably in struggle. I think that's just struggling to tumble for some reason. It's just struggling. I've got a feeling that's struggling though. That is just struggling though, to be fair. That is struggling. It's just struggling to tumble, that is. That's just struggling. I think the only thing is though, because the bowl 2-1 detergent is quite high suds though, because I think the bowl 2-1 lotion, water flow and lily though is quite high suds detergent now anyway. It's quite a high suds detergent now, the bowl 2-1 anyway. Because the bowl 2-1 is quite high suds detergent now, obviously it's quite high suds detergent anyway. It's quite high suds detergent the bowl 2-1 isn't it? It's quite high suds detergent anyway. I think it's usually because the dog beds always gets quite sudsy though, the dog beds, because the dog beds always gets quite sudsy though anyway, which I think the only thing with the dog beds though, that gets really sudsy though with dog beds, because the dog beds always gets quite sudsy though anyway, just because the dog beds always gets quite sudsy anyway. I think because the 2 pair of dog beds always gets quite sudsy though, it always gets quite sudsy that dog bed anyway, just because it always gets quite sudsy anyway. It just always gets quite sudsy that dog bed, and it just always gets quite sudsy anyway. But I think because basically we use fast forward 40 before though, obviously, is because I think it's just because loads of times we use fast forward 40 though, it's because it's loads of programs we use anyway. It's just because fast forward 40 though, it's because there's loads of programs we use all the time now. You know, fast forward 40, because fast forward 40 is the one we use all the time now, I think anyway. Because fast forward 40 is the most program we use for dogs and colours anyway, and other loads as well, obviously anyway, and other load anyway. I think because the only bit is Bolt 2.1 though, because that gets higher suds detection in area though, obviously. Because Bolt 2.1's got better suds detection in area though, obviously. Because with the AE21 pods though, that gets more high suds detection than the Bolt obviously anyway. Just because the only detection I quite like is the AE21 though. Because AE21 pods is the best detection though, obviously. It's quite the best detection though, the AE21 anyway. Because the AE21 detection is actually the best detection though anyway. I think in a minute I will probably add more water in a minute anyway, just because I just want to get this machine to top up anyway. Just get it to top up a bit more water anyway, so I'm going to get this to top up anyway, if it's going to do it or what anyway. So yeah, it depends if whether this machine's going to top up a bit more water anyway. I don't know whether it's going to or what anyway. I think when it's on 39 minutes they're going heat retain anyway. It's literally on 40 minutes though, so we've got on 39 minutes heat retain anyway. There we are, heat retain now. As you can see here, it's on me heat retain now, obviously heat retaining. So I catch on the main wash, and I catch on main wash. Hey, it's cheap. Blomberg's just no main wash anyway, Blomberg's just no main wash anyway, yeah. I might say we're quite sesame wash by the way, just no guys, we're very sesame wash by the way, we're just very sesame wash anyway, yeah. It's got 28 minutes left by the way, it's got 28 minutes left by the way, it's just got about 28 minutes left anyway, yeah. The temperature is just about, the temperature is just slightly about 30 degrees obviously, the temperature is just about 30 degrees anyway. And as you can tell guys, I just topped a bit more water, by the way. Because I filled it about here though, obviously, because I just filled the machine about here though anyway. Because I just filled the machine that's about here though anyway. So it's because it's a full load by the way, so I just sort of thought I'd top up this machine up anyway. So I just thought I'd top it up anyway. Yeah, believe it or not guys, it's really sudsy by the way, it's really sudsy with Bolt 2.1 lotion flour and water lane anyway by the way. It's quite sudsy by the way, just no, it's quite sudsy anyway. Hopefully on the first spin, might get a good sock anyway on first spin. I think on first spin, might get a sock anyway. Just because I'm thinking on first spin, might be get a good sock anyway on first spin. Just because we might get a good sock anyway on first spin. Yeah, believe it or not guys, I just topped up more water just like the WNF9448 does anyway. I think because usually the WNF9448 normally fills the water by itself though anyway, the WNF9448 anyway. So I just fill it up just like the WNF9448 does anyway. Just have to fill the machine with just like the 953 anyway. I think like Florence Belly 360 has the WNF9448 anyway, which the water fills from here though obviously anyway. But the water used to be below there though, but because on the with the WNF9448 that fills about here though obviously anyway. because with the hopping on 538, that only fills about here though, obviously anyway. Just the hopping on 538 anyway. So yeah, so I'll catch you on the first spin and first rinse. It's cheap. Blomberg's just now changed from the main wash, just the main wash anyway, yeah. So anyway, we just changed from the main wash anyway, yeah. It's got 25 ml SF, it's just got 25 ml SF anyway, yeah. And we're going for the first intermediate spin, mate, going for the first intermediate spin, mate, going for the first intermediate spin, this is the first intermediate spin we're going for anyway. The first intermediate spin anyway, yeah. So anyway, this is the first intermediate spin we're going for anyway, the first intermediate spin anyway, yeah. We'll just have to go and see what the band system looks like on the Blomberg anyway, with that double stuff anyway. Yeah, I think we're totally on bands, by the way, I think we're totally on bands, but I'm not very sure, but if we are totally on bands anyway. Because I think it looks like to me, it looks on bands to me though. But it didn't look on bands, but it looks totally on bands to me though, I think. I think it's totally on bands anyway, maybe it's going to spin that. Well, God, that is very unbalanced, that is. It's very unbalanced, that is. Are we going to get a socks off or not? Oh, a little bit. Oh, a little socks off. Oh, only just little socks off, by the way. Only little socks off. Only just a little bit of socks off, though. It's only little socks off, though. Only little socks off. That was literally 600 and that was literally 600 RPM, that was 600 RPM. There we are, 1, 2, first rings now, there we are, 1, 2, first rings now, obviously 1, 2, first rings now. So yeah, so I'm going to record this first rinse and then the second rinse anyway, and then I will pause the second rinse afterwards anyway. And then I'll record the second spin and then the third spin anyway, and then third spin and then final rinse anyway. But I think the machine usually has medium water. I think because on fast close cycle that has medium water anyway. Because the machine usually takes with medium water anyway, that's going to take with medium water I think anyway. Because usually with the machine there, that takes with medium water anyway. As you can see the water coming in though. Yeah, as you can see there's the water coming in though. The water is just about to come in anyway. The water is just coming in. As you can see the water is coming in. I hope it might be some air bubble in there. Hopefully there might be some air bubble in there. There might just be some air bubble in there though. I'm not sure. Well, there might be some air bubble in there. I don't know. There might just be some air bubble in there. Got a thing. There might just be some air bubble in there though. You know, some air bubble. There might just be some air bubble in there though. There might probably be some air bubble in there though. Okay, the spring motor, all I care is the spring motor. I've actually considered ahead of the spring motor. It's just the spring motor I care in the Blomberg, that's the spring motor I care. I love the way the Blomberg is always distributed better than the backhoe, obviously. The only thing with the Blomberg though, that only distributes just like a backhoe, obviously that distributes just like a backhoe anyway. That only just distributes just like the backhoe anyway. That's the only thing that just distributes anyway. Obviously we've got nice studs there, I've got nice stud station down there, nice stud station down there. Obviously we've got nice stud station down there, nice stud station down there. Moving on, we've got nice stud station down there. I will drain now, there we are, we're draining. This is what the machine always does though. It just goes straight into the distributor. This is what it just drains after the rinses though. Because after the rinses it just goes straight into the distributor anyway. Because the only thing with that distributor with the load of obviously it just goes with the distributor. Because the only thing with the distributor with the load though, I just don't like the way when it's tumbling itself though anyway. Because this machine here acts like this obviously acts like a Velcro, obviously. That acts like a Velcro, this machine does. This machine acts like a Velcro anyway. Like the Velcro IWD1042, I think that acts like a Velcro washer dry that does anyway. Because this machine here acts like a Velcro washer dry, anyway, that acts like a Velcro anyway. Because the only thing with this machine here, that acts like a Velcro washer dry anyway. When that spins like that as well anyway. Because usually, because the Velcro spins that as well, I know the Velcro wash machine spins that anyway, Velcro. And then also this machine also spins like a service gym or a backhoe anyway, so yeah. I just love the way, because the Blomberg's always distributes, it distributes to the right and then to the left obviously. When it's drained from the rinses, it distributes to the right first and then the left anyway. And then it just goes into the spin after as well, and then it goes into the spin anyway. But which that goes the right distributor anyway. I quite even like Blombergs though, because Blombergs are actually good machines though. Blombergs are actually good machines though, obviously. Because the only thing with Blombergs though, that is actually a good machine though. Blombergs is actually a good machine though, obviously. Because I love the way when it's got a distribute rinse. I love the way when it's got a distribute rinse anyway. I like the distribute rinse though on the Blomberg, because I like the distribute rinse anyway on the Blomberg though. Because on the Blomberg, I just like the way when it does distribute rinse anyway. But the only thing with this machine does, that only distribute like hopping WMA does anyway. That does distribute, that does the power stream just like the hopping. But I think it's because it's actually rinse power stream you call this anyway. I think because this way you call rinse power stream anyway. I think it's the only thing with the Blomberg though, this way you call rinse power stream anyway. Because this is the only way it acts like a hopping WMA anyway. That acts like a WMA hopping, that does anyway. But anyway, because the only thing with this machine here, that acts like a hopping WMA anyway. But that does rinse power stream just like the hopping WMA, because the hopping WMA always does wash power stream, but this machine here, that does rinse power stream anyway. But yeah, that does distribute, that does rinse power stream just like the hopping WMA does anyway. You see here, look. You see here, that distribute rinse with water though, obviously. With probably the curve of the suds anyway. I just like the way when it probably distribute rinse with the clothes though. I like the way it does that. But I like the way the Blombergs do that though. I like the way Blombergs always distribute rinse with a load of dog beds and stuff anyway. Because the funny thing is though, because this way it just struggles to distribute as well anyway. Because when it's half though, that struggles to distribute as well. I know that struggles to distribute, but when it's at full though, that can distribute anyway. But that can distribute good anyway. But good than that though. So catch on, second spin and third rinse. It's cheap. Blomberg's just now doing from the second rinse, just joining after second rinse, anyway, yeah. So anyway, we're just joining after the second rinse, anyway, yeah. It's got 70 minutes left, it's just got about 70 minutes left, anyway, yeah. And we're going for the second intermediate spin we're going for the second intermediate spin anyway, yeah. So anyways, we're just about to go for a second intermediate spin anyway, this is the second intermediate spin we're going for anyway, the second intermediate spin anyway, yeah. So we're about to go for the second intermediate spin anyway, this is the second intermediate spin we're going for anyway, the second intermediate spin anyway, the second intermediate spin anyway, yeah. I think this machine might do a sock socket anyway. It did a little sock socket on the first spin, but on the first spin it did a little sock socket anyway. It actually just did a little sock socket on the first spin anyway. Because the only thing on the first spin it did a little sock socket on the first spin anyway. Oh, let's see what bands looks like. Wow, we're just slightly on bands, but just slightly a bit anyway. We're slightly anyway. We're just slightly on bands anyway. We're just slightly anyway. I think that's going to spin that one for some reason. That's going to spin that one. That's going to spin that. Anyway, I've got a feeling that's going to spin that. Yes, it is. It's going to spin that. Oh god, very bands again though. Oh, sock sock. Oh yeah, just only little sock sock. Oh no. Oh yeah, yes we are going to get sock sock, there we are. That was just only a little bit of sock sock. That was a little bit of sock sock this time. That was only a little bit of sock sock this time though. That was only a little bit of sock sock this time. That was only a little bit of sock sock this time, that was only a little bit of sock sock this time though. Whoa, god, that is really unbalanced, that is. God, that is awesome unbalanced, that is. I thought this machine was going to chunk then, I thought this machine was going to bang then. But I thought this machine was going to get banged then, I thought this machine was going to get banged then. But it wasn't really going to, right? Anyway. I think it's because I can hear the shock absorbers. Because the only thing with the shock absorbers though, when it gets very unbalanced, that's the shock absorbers that you can hear though. Because this is what you can hear on, because when the machine spins though, that's where you hear the shock absorbers anyway. That's why you hear the shock absorbers on this though. That's where you hear the shock absorbers anyway. Because the only thing with this machine here though, is where you hear the shock absorbers anyway. It's just the only thing with this machine though, because it's just where you get shock absorbers anyway. It's just the only machine you can get, so it's just shock absorbers anyway. But it's just, I think you can also get shock absorbers on each machine though anyway. Which Vernon Thompson from Florence Band A360 though, because on his meter though gets shock absorbers anyway. Because on his meter push +6 that gets shock absorbers as well anyway. But I think because of the Hobby 9538 never gets shock absorbers anyway. Because with the Hobby 9538 that never gets shock absorbers as well anyway. The Hobby 9538 never gets shock absorbers anyway. Because Hobby 9538 never gets that anyway. It's the only way you can get on new machines though. When you buy new machines, it's where you can get shock absorbers anyway. Because on these machines though, it's where you can get shock absorbers anyway. It's the way you can get on these machines though anyway. It's just the only way you can get on these machines though anyway. It's where you can get on these machines anyway. But the way it's very unbalanced you can get on these machines though. Well, that was a better bad stitch for you than that was. See, look, that was a bad stitch for you than that was. When it started tumbling, that was a bad stitch for you. That was actually a bad stitch for you. That was actually a bad stitch for you. That was actually a bad stitch for you. Then that was. Oh great! The only thing you care now is the spring motor. It's the spring motor you can on the Blomberg now. It's the spring motor. It's just the springs you can on the Blomberg now. It's the spring motors you can hear now. The spring motors. So as a catch on, third spin and front rinse. It's cheap. Blomberg's just now doing from the third rinse, just doing from the third rinse. So we're just doing from the third rinse. Anyway, yeah. It's got 12 minutes left. It's just got 12 minutes left. Anyway, yeah. So we're just about to go for the third intermediate spin. We're going forward. This is the third intermediate spin. We're going forward. Anyway, the third intermediate spin. Anyway, this is the third intermediate spin. We're going forward. Anyway. The third intermediate spin on the Blomberg, and we're going for the third intermediate spin anyway, yeah. We're just literally on 10 minutes spin now, so we're just now on third spin now. Oh, let me see what the bands looks like now anyway. Definitely can see it very well though, definitely can see it very well. It's because I got the iPod on charge anyway. The only thing is because I got the iPod on charge anyway. Is that going to spin that one or what anyway? Is that going to spin that anyway? Is that going to spin that one? I think it might spin now. I don't know. Oh yes it is actually. Yes it is. God save machine, honestly, it's really unbalanced again though. It's absolutely unbalanced again though, honestly, it's really unbalanced again though. Cover 600 of him, but no socks on this time though. Looks like no socks on this time, no socks off at all this time. This is the only way I don't get this machine though. It's really unbalanced though. This is the way I don't get with the really unbalanced spin though. Oh, I won the front wins now, baby. I won last spins now. Believe it or not, I won last spins now. Obviously, won the last spins now. So the softener we're taking in is the Astor Fresh Cottons fabric softener. Anyway, we're taking in the Astor Fresh Cottons fabric conditioner. We're taking in now. We're taking in the Astor Fresh Cottons now, I think. Anyway, as you can tell now, we're taking in the Astor Fresh Cottons fabric softener. We're taking in now. We're taking in the Astor Fresh Cottons fabric softener. Anyway. As you can tell now, we're taking in the fabric edition now, we're taking in the fabric edition anyway. I think the fabric conditioner's in now. I think the fabric conditioner's in now. Is it? I don't know. Oh yeah, it is actually. Fabric conditioner's in though. There we go. Yeah, I've got a feeling the fabric conditioner's in though. That's rinsing quite nicely, this machine. This machine is rinsing quite nicely though. That dish-free rinse, that makes the load quite nicely though. That makes the rinse quite nicely on the Blomberg though. I love the way that this machine just rinses quite nicely though. Just like the way there's just the way the machine just rinses quite nicely though. But it rinses quite nicely though, this machine anyway. So catch on fine spin. Hey Stu, Blomberg's just now doing from the final rinse, just down to final rinse, anyway, yeah. So anyway, we're just doing from the final rinse, anyway, yeah. It's got 7 minutes left, it's just got 7 minutes left, anyway, yeah. So anyway, we're just about to game for the fine spin at 400, anyway, it's about to game for the fine spin at 400, it's a 400 spin game for anyway. The 400 spin anyway, just about to game for the spin at 400 anyway, yeah. Don't know, we're just about to game for the spin at 400 anyway, about to game for the spin at 400 anyway. It's the 400 in spin game for anyway, the 1400 in spin anyway, on the Blomberg. It's just on 5 minutes now, as you can tell it's on 5 minute spin now. You can tell we're just on to 5 minute spin now. You're going to have to see what the balance temps look like anyway. No, I don't think there's never. I don't think they would never spin that one. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think they would never spin that one. I don't think there's gonna spin that one. I don't think it's gonna spin that one because this might get radio bands again though. I've got a feeling it might get radio bands again though. Oh, it is though. Low band balance. I've got a feeling it's a low band balance this time, low band balance, but camera seems to be focusing a bit, and my camera's focusing. trying job and that. It's a literally trying job, yeah. They are 400 yeah. Right, I'm just going to get a basket anyway. Hold a minute. Right, believe it or not guys, the Blomberg WNF9448 won this race anyway. But anyway, the Blomberg 8kg class Screen Plus TIC-F84550, it's just got 39 minutes left drying by us. It's just got 39 minutes left drying away, but as you can tell, it's just on to iron drying stage now. It's on to iron drying stage now. I think because of that towel, it takes a long time drying though. The only thing with the towels though, that takes quite a long time drying though. Anyway, because the only thing with that towel that takes quite a long time drying though. Obviously, anyway, it takes quite a long time drying though. That towel here anyway. As you can tell, it's still drying a load of dogs and towels anyway. But as you can tell, it's on current sex drive. It's got 30 minutes left, by the way. Yeah, believe it or not, the Blomberg WNF9448 AE20 just beats the drive by, I think it was by 39 minutes. I think it got beat, and it got beat by 39 minutes anyway. Dry anyway. Believe it or not, the Blomberg TIC-F50, that's just still drying though, obviously. But the Blomberg WNF9448 AE20 always wins this one anyway against the Blomberg TIC-F50 anyway. So then guys, I'm just going to unload the machine now. I just had it click from the Blomberg, obviously. I just had it click from that machine anyway. Anyway, just going to unload it now. I think we're going to unload it anyway. Right. So we've got one pair of dog beds. Obviously, we've got one pair of dog beds. Another pair of dog beds. It's only, obviously, there's two pairs of dog beds. We've got anyway. It's only two pairs of dog stuff anyway. And then here we've got the dog feeds anyway. But I think the dog beds are a little bit fine there, but they're a little bit damp to me. That the Spencers are quite damp anyway. Yeah, it's all looking fine. The Spencers are looking fine, but obviously dog beds are just fine with it. The Spencers are just fine on it. Yeah, believe it or not, guys, this machine is going to go on rinse cycle anyway. Because for dog beds, we always have to rinse the machine out anyway. It's because we have to always rinse the machine out anyway. So yeah, believe it or not guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, of this Blomberg WNF9448 AE20 anyway. So believe it or not guys, that's now off to the Blomberg 8kg class Screen Plus TIC-F84550 anyway. So there, but I think after this one finished, that's these lot of towels here going to put in, and then the last lot a bit in the tumble dryer as well anyway. So yeah, believe it or not guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of this Blomberg WNF9448 AE20 anyway. So yeah. Believe it or not guys, I think because the very unbalanced spins though with the dog beds, because the only thing on the first and second spin and third spin, it was absolutely really unbalanced though. It got winning bands on both spins though, because with the Blomberg WNF9820, that unband spin was absolutely amazing though. Got a feeling about that though, because the unband spins on the Blomberg though, it's the way you get, it's the way you get really unbands though, obviously. But sometimes we get extremely unbands, but sometimes there's extreme unbands though, and sometimes there's really unbands, and sometimes very unbands anyway. But very unbands is the medium one, but the extreme unbands though is because the extreme unbands though is obviously high anyway, and then the medium bands is just also medium or high anyway. But I think it's medium bands medium high something anyway. But the low band bands is medium anyway, but the time bit is low anyway. But the time band bands is low anyway. So yeah, Blomberg guys, hope you enjoy this video. But hopefully by the time of the weekends, we might be doing a washing and drying race against these two machines though. I think this weekend coming though. I think it's probably this weekend coming though, because this weekend coming we might be doing a washing and drying race anyway together. We might be doing a washing and drying race together on both of these machines though. I've seen it on both of these machines anyway. So yeah, because I'm thinking might be able to do a washing and drying race against the Blomberg WNF9820 and versus the Blomberg TKF8448 anyway. This is going to be the washing and drying race for them too. I think this next weekend coming though. I think anyway. So yeah, Blomberg guys, hope you enjoy this video. Just stay tuned wherever you are. Just stay tuned wherever you are. Just stay tuned. Just say stay tuned and comment me if you need it. Just comment me if you need it on or whatever on these two machines, or any request, or give me any request if you need it for any on these two machines, which for any programs and temperatures or spins and spin speed course anyway. Just for the Blomberg WNF9820 anyway. So yeah, Blomberg guys, if you need me, get any requests and comment me if you need it. Just comment me if you need it and need me any requests. Just let me know. Just let me know on my Hobby Lovers channel anyway. So yeah. So yeah, hopefully by next weekend we might be doing a washing and drying race, and it might be also be doing a load of whites in the Blomberg. Might be also be filming a load of whites in the Blomberg WNF9820 anyway. I think, as like we said, we're going to be doing it on cotton 60 with shorter wash anyway. I think as that's the next generation of that I'll be doing anyway. That's probably the next generation of it that I'll be doing anyway. Be doing a load of whites on cotton 60 or fast food 60 though. I'm not sure anyway. I'm not 100% sure which program it'll be anyway. So yeah, so I'm not very sure. I'm not 100% sure what load it will be anyway. I'm not 100% sure anyway. It might be a load of whites, but anyway, we're going to wait and see because it might be this weekend coming though anyway. So yeah, Blomberg guys, hope you enjoyed this video. But because on the start, I think because on the start one when we use Bolt 2-1 powder though, because the only thing with the Bolt 2-1 powder that gets more suds than the M31 though, obviously anyway. Because the Bolt 2-1 powder gets more suds than the M31 anyway. So yeah, because it gets more suds than the M31 anyway. Like we said on the start of the video, when the softener is built into the main wash, this the way it mixes the detergent up anyway. Because the only thing with this machine though is it's the only way the fabric is softer is this way it's built in the main wash, obviously. Because when you put too much fabric conditioner in there, that's built into the main wash completely by itself. That's the only thing that's built into the main wash, and then you won't put any more fabric softener in again though. But the only thing is though, just to warn you guys, just to warn you, you're not allowed to put any fabric softener. You're not allowed to put too much fabric softener anyway. But any cap once anyway, just one cap of fabric conditioner anyway, but not a full cap anyway. Just to warn you guys anyway. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. But hopefully by the time this Saturday, might be going to Curry's anyway. Hopefully this Saturday might be going to Curry's anyway. Might be doing a Curry's video on Saturday anyway. I think this Saturday might be going to Curry's anyway, so I might be doing a video of Curry's piece of washing machines on Saturday anyway. Whether there might be a new generation. Hopefully on Saturday though, there might be a new washing machine there at Curry's anyway. But wait and see anyway. And yeah, so yeah, might be doing the Curry's piece of the world video as well anyway. Hopefully this Saturday coming anyway. But it's probably this Saturday coming anyway. So hopefully might be doing another whites next week. You know, hopefully next week we might be doing. Hopefully this weekend might be doing another whites anyway. And maybe might be also washing and drying race of course as well anyway. We could probably do fast food 40 with rinse first versus. Well, obviously we could do fast food 40 degrees versus the 50-minute program. Because that'd be a new one we could do anyway. That could be a new one we could do anyway. So yeah, Blomberg guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Just comment me, just like we said, comment me if you need it, and give me requests. Just give me any requests if you need it, and stay tuned anyway. And Blomberg guys, don't forget to keep it supreme and go hop another.